So I founded More Opera 20 years ago this December to showcase artists like the ones that you will hear today and to provide music education and outreach to disadvantaged communities. Now more than ever, the arts are so important at this time, and More Opera wants to do its share. So this program would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of many people. And I would like to mention a few, starting with Monica Camfrita and Fabrizio Doria, who have embraced More Opera's mission and have brought new energy and enthusiasm to our organization. Thank you both. I want to thank Veronica Lewis, who has been with More Opera since our opera Il Trovatore in 2011. And she has taken on an administrative role that's going to be very, very beneficial in the future. And as well, I would also like to thank Wei Ting Du, who created the most beautiful video collage that you will see this afternoon of some of our past performances. And she did it very quickly. I asked her to tell the story of More Opera, and she did it brilliantly. And then I would also like to thank Steve Weir, who spent countless hours learning new technology in order for our chorus to be showcased today. And I'd like to ask Steve to tell us a little bit about what he did, and then we'll see the video. So give me just a second so that I can spotlight Steve as I learn how to do this. Steve?
Thank you, Cheryl. Hi, everyone. I'm live streaming from Cypress Hills, Brooklyn during this difficult time of mandatory stay-at-home orders for everybody. Using the technology available to us, such as our laptops and smartphones, I was able to combine us remotely, 12 people in 12 different locations, to create this virtual chorus of Verdi's Va Pensiero, bringing us all together while we're apart. And I did want to mention that there are some limitations in resolution when we're streaming this live video. So we're also going to share the HD version on our Facebook page if you want to check that out at a later time. But enjoy the show.
that is a part of the new technology of today. And considering that there's going to be some time before we will be able to actually perform in public for all of you, that this is one of the directions that we're taking. And Steve, you did a magnificent job of putting all of this together, and we thank you so much. Thank you. So next, I would like for you to meet all of our singers. I'm going to have to do this a little bit slowly because right now I can't actually see everyone. And but our artists today include, okay, Spellman Bovrum. So he just waved. Monica Camafrita, would you wave, please? Michael Conway. Great. Fabrizio Doria. And we don't see him right now. And Wei Du. Sheila Glenn. Kofi Hayford. I have to try to mute everyone again. Okay, so Diane Hawkins.
Here I am.
You need to mute. Richard Hobson. Kenny Kopolovitz. Veronica Lewis. Arthur Lay. Sarah Poland. Nino Spalacci. Steve Weir, before, and making a special guest appearance, Maestro Gregory Buchhalter. Okay, so now actually we have, we would like to have some of our choristers speak to you. And we're going to start with Sarah, who I'm going to spotlight.
I'm Sarah Poland, coming to you live from Hell's Kitchen, New York City. Up next, you will hear me speak about the 1905 hymn gospel, His Eye is on the Sparrow, followed by my recording of it, and accompanied by my vocal coach, Mr. Phil Hall, who is one of our guests right here, right now. Thank you, Phil. And affirmation to myself, to all, that I am, we are being watched over, being taken care of by a power, a force that is of the highest. In this very unexpected time, a time of grave need, you and I are being watched over by a constant friend. And I am saying to this constant friend, bless you, thank you. Should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He. For His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For His eyes on the sparrow,
thank you so much, Sarah, for that. That's really wonderful. And so next, I would like to, for some of our other choristers to introduce themselves, starting out with Spellman. So let me spotlight you. And if you would please unmute.
Yes, he's watching of us. Spellman is streaming live from West Harlem in New York City. Welcome to More Opera, a not-for-profit, non-judgmental, yet professional opera ensemble company. We welcome singers from all walks of life who share that joy, that love, that dedication to opera. As we embark to our first taste of this virtual concert, for your enjoyment, we'd like to say thank you to our first responders and essential workers, and you for doing your part in staying safe, healthy, and happy. And to you for joining us this evening, thank you. Without further ado, let's go to Nino.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We put together this production for you, this performance, in hopes that it brings a smile to your face and good positive energy to all of your homes. A big thank you to all the people out there working so hard to get the rest of us back to good health in every way possible. So thank you to all those frontline people. Also, in remembrance of all those souls we have lost, may they rest in peace. I'm live from Totowa, northern New Jersey, and thank you again for joining us. Enjoy the show. Next up is the beautiful Diane from the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
So Diane, just give me a second to find you. We have 84 people. And
Here I am. Hi, I'm Diane Hawkins from the Upper West Side, Morningside Heights, near Columbia University. And they say that singing is like a double prayer. So More Opera is sending out prayers to all of those on the front line, all the first responders, health workers, clerks in stores and everything. And as Nino said, all the souls that passed on. I've been a part of More Opera since 2009. I came back from living in France for 15 years, and I still remember the day I auditioned for Cheryl, and then the day she called me to say that I was welcome into the More Opera. Since then, I have had the chance to sing beautiful opera with many people who will be lifelong friends. And this is so wonderful to be able to do this during these difficult times. And Cheryl, thank you so much for organizing all of us to be a part of this and to bring beautiful music to everyone out there, and blessings to you and to everyone. Thank you.
thank you, Diane. And next we have Sheila.
Oh, next we have Sheila. I'm very sorry.
Hi, I am from Middletown, New York, which is in Orange County, which is 70 miles northwest of the city. And we are very happy to be performing with the More Opera Company since 2013. And even though we are 70 miles northwest of the city, we are together in this challenging time. And we are so grateful to all the essential workers, the medical personnel, the food workers, the people that deliver things. We are so grateful to you. And with this concert, we send our love and our gratitude. Be safe, be well. And I would like to now introduce Veronica Lewis, the beautiful and talented Veronica Lewis.
Okay, Veronica.
Thank you, Sheila, and thank you everyone for being here with us today. I'm living in Hell's Kitchen also. Times Square is just outside my door, which I enjoy. And at this time where so much is happening in the city, it's such a quiet place to be at the moment. I am grateful that I found Cheryl and an audition for more opera, and have just worked with her, who is such a loving person, and she gives so much to everyone. We are all so grateful to be a part of this, Cheryl. You make magic happen through music. You are just such a loving person. I hope everyone will continue to be safe, and may we get through this together. And Cheryl, back to you. I really appreciate you, and more opera.
Well, Veronica, thank you so much for that. Now I can't find myself. So if you could just give me a second, although actually I don't really need to be seen, but one of the things that I do also want to mention with Veronica is that Veronica and I sang together in Columbus, Ohio with Opera Columbus. And so we actually have a long history. That's really where professionally I learned so much. We had some amazing productions, and the chorus was phenomenal. And so that kind of led to my dream of having a phenomenal chorus like the one that we have right here. And so it's wonderful to work with you, Veronica, and with everyone. So now it's time for another video, and this video was created by Wei Ting Du, and she did a spectacular job of capturing what our past is. As I mentioned to you, I started More Opera in 2000. And so you'll see a little bit of what we've done. And Wei Ting, I'm forever grateful for this. Thank you so much.
Warfield's been involved in the Manhattan Opera Repertory Ensemble since 2002, and for their current performance of Tosca, she recruited the students. And for kids here in the Bronx, this strikes an especially important chord.
And that's what I really liked about your performance. You were concentrated, you were into it, and when you said something, it meant specific things. It wasn't just flailing, you know, and which sometimes can make you lose your opportunity because your energy is too diverse as opposed to specific and to the point. And I think that's what it was all about.
So again, thank you so much, Wei Ting. So now now we need to move forward, and I'm going to ask Fabrizio Doria to take center stage. Let me spotlight you. So first of all, let me ask you, where are you?
So yes, my home is in Brooklyn, but during this unique time in our musical journey, I happen to be in the lovely foothills of Catalina in Tucson, Arizona. So actually at this portion of the concert, we're going to move into our solo sections. And I am starting off, no pressure, with La Fleur from Carmen by Bizet.
Pourquoi faut-il que le destin l'amuse là sur mon chemin? Puis je m'accuse de blasphème et je n'ai chanté en moi-même. Je n'ai chanté qu'un seul désert, un seul désert, un seul espoir. Ta revoir, oh Carmen, oui, te revoir, car tu n'avais une pas quand je te regarde sur moi pour t'emballer tu mon être, oh ma Carmen. Et je te dis une chose à toi, Carmen, je t'aime.
Bravo.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. So next, I'm going to be handing this off to Richard.
And Richard, I need you to speak because right now I can't find you.
Okay, can you hear me?
I haven't found you yet. So if you could just give me a second because I...
All right.
Why don't you tell them a little bit about...
Okay. First of all, Fabrizio, that was beautiful. Congratulations. My name is Richard Hobson. I've known Cheryl perhaps longer than many of you, not all of you, but most of you. Cheryl and I came to New York in 1994 to sing in Showboat, and that's where I met her on Broadway. And Cheryl has been so instrumental, I have to say, in my getting my way around New York. She introduced me to a motto opera. She told me about auditioning for the Courts of the Met, which in those days, anybody could go and audition on any given Thursday. And I had the nerve to go down and do it. But she's just been a wonderful friend for over 20 years. And it is indeed a pleasure for me to take part in this, particularly in light of the fact that most singing opportunities at this point are washed up, at least for a while. So I just particularly like to thank you for the opportunity to do this today.
Well, Richard, I apologize. I still haven't found you, so give me just a second.
Sure. All right. And I'm going to sing for you today De Viene alla Finestra from Don Giovani by Mozart. Don Giovani, of course, is not in the business of social distancing, particularly in this area. So I hope you enjoy it. De viene alla finestra, oh mio tesoro, de viene a pensare il pianto mio. Se neghi a meritare quel che risoro, davanti agli occhi tuoi morir voglio. Hai la bocca dolce, più che il miele, come il sughero porti in mezzo al cuore. Se neghi a meditare quel che risoro, davanti agli occhi tuoi morir voglio. Thank you. And now I'm going to pass you on to the wonderful Monica. Monica, Monica, dance the waltz. I know you're not singing it. Take it over.
Thanks, Richard. That was gorgeous. My name is Monica Kimafrita, and I'm broadcasting from Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. I will be singing Son Pochi Fiori from L'Amico Fritz by Mascagni. But before I get to that, I just want to say thank you to Cheryl for putting this all together. I know it's been a huge undertaking in a very short amount of time. So yeah, this is great. Thanks so much.
And actually, thank you to you for what you have done.
So just to set the scene a little bit, in this aria, my character Suzelle gives Fritz, who eventually falls in love with her, a bouquet of violets as a gift and sings him a song about what these humble flowers would say if they could speak.
Son pochi fiori, povere viole, son gradito d'aprile, dal profumo gentile. E per voi, meglio rapita il sole, mio cor aggiunge una parola, modesta ma sincera, eterna primavera, la vostra vita sia che altri consola. Vogliate gradir quanto vi posso offrir.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Monica.
Thank you.
So next we have Arthur Lay.
So I'm going to sing Verdi's Rigoletto, Ladonna Mobile. Short. Ladonna Mobile, qual piuma vento, muta l'accento, e di pensiero, sempre mobile, flecciato viso, piano riso, e manzoniero. Ladonna Mobile, qual piuma vento, muta l'accento, e di pensier, sempre misero, Dio è salvita, ire confita, ma confuore, ormai non sentesi, felice pieno, di suo quel seno, non mi fa amore. La donna è morte, cuor di una vento, muta l'accento, e di pensier,
Bravo. Thank you so much, Arthur. That's always a hit with everyone.
Thank you. I'm going to unmute.
Okay, so next we have Kofi.
Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yes, we can hear that voice.
You can. Okay, good. Thank you all for being here. It's been a long time since singing in front of a live audience, so thank you for the opportunity, Cheryl, and Tomorrow Opera. It's great to see all of you, and I'm looking forward to sharing a new piece with you. This is the song of the Viking guest from the Russian opera Sadko by Rimsky Korsakov. So hope you enjoy it. 1 second. Москали грозные дробятся с ревом волны, и с белой пеною крутясь бегут назад, но твердо
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kofi. What a voice. Reminds me of Paul Robeson.
Oh, thank you.
And so now I need to, we're headed back to Arizona.
That is correct. Thank you so much, Cheryl. And I forgot to mention, unlike some of the other singers, I'm rather new to More Opera. This is my third venture with them, but I'm so appreciative of Cheryl for not only giving me this opportunity, but just the sheer joy of working with her and, of course, my good buddy Monica. In that, we were closing with a duet, and I wanted to introduce my good friend over here, who I'll let share her name with you in a minute, but she is originally from New York, and she can tell you a bit about herself.
I'm originally from New York. I say coffee, so you know I'm a New Yorker. I want to thank you, Cheryl, for allowing me to join you this afternoon. It's a pleasure. This is such a wonderful thing that you're doing. I'm originally from West 75th Street and West End, so that's my neighborhood, my old haunt. I used to live in New York and sing in New York, all the companies, including City Opera, and then I went to Germany and sang fest contracts in Lubeck and Wiesbaden and quite a few places. So it's my pleasure to be here in the Catalina foothills of Tucson, Arizona, where we really know what hot is, okay? We get like 110. So thank you. We're going to be doing Carigio Cara from La Traviata.
Parigio cara, noi lasceremo la vita uniti, trascorreremo delle corsi affani, compenso avrai la tua salute rifiorirà. Sospira luce, tu mi sarai, tutto il futuro ne arriverà.
Parigio cara,
Bravi, bravi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And next, I'd like to send this back to Monica.
And there I am. So it is my pleasure to introduce Maestro Gregory Buckhalter. The maestro has been a conductor at the Metropolitan Opera for 30 years. He is the principal conductor of Varna International in Bulgaria, artistic director of Opera Fairbanks, and is a sought-after conductor throughout the world. I am also very happy to announce that the maestro will be conducting More Opera's next production, which will be a double bill of Mascagni's Cavalleria Rusticana and Puccini's Suor Angelica. I invite you to enjoy this next clip of the maestro conducting the overture from Mozart's Idomeneo. But before that, maestro, would you like to say a few words?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, it's good to see you again, Monica. Monica and I just met in December when I conducted a concert with Cheryl, with actually so many of you here I recognize from this concert, and I'm so happy to be reunited in this way with you all. I've actually been with Cheryl. I've known Cheryl for a long time. We've been colleagues for a good number of years. We've worked together many, many times. I actually was part of one of her very first projects with More Opera, and that was a masterclass which she invited me to give in Columbus, Ohio. And from that, like I said, we became long-term colleagues. Actually, from that masterclass, one of the singers that was singing in the masterclass was from Fairbanks, Alaska, and she actually invited me to come and conduct Opera Fairbanks, and that led me to eventually become music director and then artistic director. So I have so much to thank Cheryl for, especially today. Today I would be in Seattle conducting Don Pasquale. Actually, I would have had a matinee today. A notification went off in my calendar and it said Don Pasquale 2 p.m. and it kind of brought back, my God, what's happened to life. I really miss not making music like all of you. And right after the Seattle, I was going off to Europe to conduct several productions throughout the summer. So it's so wonderful to have opportunities like this to bring together colleagues and friends and make music again. Everybody is singing so wonderfully today. Richard Hobson, fantastic. I've known him. He was a little shy about saying he auditioned for the chorus of the Met, because not only did he sing in the chorus, but he sang a number of lead roles, which I had worked with him at the Met. Veronica Lewis, I've known from Berlin. Porgy and Bess we did together. I mean, the whole list of people here involved today. I'm just so happy to see again, to hear again. And I'm getting nostalgic I'm getting homesick for the Upper West Side. So many of you people are from there. I'm also from the Upper West Side, but I'm in Florida right now. So it's just also good just to feel reunited with New York. Yeah, I hope that we'll all be making music together live again soon. This is a new reality of making music over the internet. I've given a few master classes already like this, but I really miss the person-to-person contact. There's no substitute for that, especially in our profession, especially in opera. It was kind of interesting to see this last love duet, to see the two of you. I mean, this is a love duet. Usually, of course, it's always staged with Violetta in bed and Alfredo rushing over to her. Basically, I mean, embracing in each other's arms. And it's just thinking that, you know, at the moment we cannot even get close to each other. It's difficult. But again, thank you, Cheryl, and everyone for participating in this and making our lives, bringing back music in our lives, which we desperately need, and making our lives more complete right now. So thank you.
Thank you, Maestro. And without further ado, I am going to try and play this video.
This was actually, if I'm still able to speak.
No, go ahead. You're good.
This was actually the last time I conducted. It was February 11th, I believe. And it was at New England Conservatory. I conducted the entire opera of Ido Meneo with them. And who would have thought that, like I said, this would be the last time I would be conducting or, you know, being in music, because I, you know, had so many things lined up after. So thank you for playing this. That means a lot to me.
Of course.
Wow, that's just absolutely fabulous. Greg, thank you so much for sharing that with us. We are so honored that you have been willing to work with us, and a conductor of your caliber and experience. And we can't wait until the day comes that we can actually do the production that we're planning. We're working towards that. And in the interim, we'll probably actually have some virtual rehearsals that will make it, Great. So
As long as we can figure out the time lag problem, that's the only thing that's really getting in the way.
yes, it'll probably mean that someone might have to play ahead and send some of the recordings. I know that you and I worked on Swor Angelica in Bulgaria last summer. And so there's a lot of work, a lot of nitpicking that has to be done, and many small solo parts. And so in some ways, maybe the internet will be a great way to do some of that rehearsing. We look forward to it. Thank you.
Cheryl sang phenomenal. I think you all know Cheryl's voice, and she was phenomenal as Swangelica, and we've been talking about repeating it somewhere in the States. So we've been talking about this for a year because it was last summer when we performed it together. So we are looking very forward to be able to do that and have everyone involved.
Thank you. So, well, this is pretty much the close of our program. I'm going to just spotlight again. I cannot thank you all of my performers. You were absolutely phenomenal today. And thank you to all of the guests who have joined us in our homes. We love performing for people, and it means so much that you've taken day. Yes, please give everyone a hand. In fact, before we actually close out, I do have one ask of our guests in particular. If you don't mind, if you could go into the chat room, and it can just be, you can either do this to everyone, or you can chat it directly to the host, which is me. We would love to stay in contact with you. We've shared it today, and we'd love to share in the future. And so we just ask if you could provide your name and an email address so that we can contact you in the future, and let you know what we're doing next. And we will be doing more. And so I would like to sing a song of inspiration for all of you. I know that there have been some dark days, and there may be a few more, but there's always hope. And certainly with the arts, that can really help us keep moving forward. This is You'll Never Walk Alone from Carousel. When you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on
Cheryl.
Bravo!
Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Bravo, bravo.
Wonderful
Brava.
to see so many of my favorite people. So going back to gallery view, and what we would like to do now is to ask anyone who would like to chat, but before we can stay muted, I'm even going to mute myself. We'll sing Va Pensiero one more time. Okay, again, everyone, thank you so much. I don't know, am I muted?
No, you're not.
Okay, all right. So thank you again so much for attending. To all of the artists, you were wonderful. I love all of you, and thank you for making More Opera everything I had ever hoped it could be. I love you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
So,
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you.
Love you. I just joined. It was lovely. Thank you, Cheryl. It's wonderful. Beautiful.
Io senza rancor.
Bravo.
Thank you.